You're Dwayne Leon Leroy.
Yes, sir.
So Leroy, you're charged with two cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with reckless driving.
Boom. 105 miles per hour through a construction zone. Open container. Failed sobriety tests. And a judge who's about to drop the hammer hard. What you're about to witness is one of the most intense DWI hearings we've covered, where one man's reckless night puts him face-to-face with a no-nonsense judge who's seen it all. Dwayne Leon Leroy thought he could treat Houston's tollways like his personal NASCAR track, but judge is about to show him why that was the worst decision of his life. Buckle up, because this courtroom showdown is about to get real.
On the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. On your other case, you're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Okay, let's break this down. We're looking at two separate charges here, and the stakes are massive. 6 months in jail plus $2,000 for the DWI, and another 30 days plus $500 for reckless driving. That's potentially over half a year behind bars and $2,500 in fines. And notice how the judge immediately reads him his Miranda rights? That's because anything Leroy says right now becomes evidence. The judge is building an airtight case, and what comes next is going to blow your mind. Pay close attention to these details. They're about to get wild.
November 3rd, 2024, officers observed defendant's motor vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed, 105 miles per hour, making unsafe lane changes, cutting off several other vehicles, and driving through narrow two-lane construction zones and on the Sam Houston Tollway. The officer was able to catch up with the defendant and initiate a traffic stop. Officer made contact with the driver and observed mild odor of alcoholic beverage, red bloodshot eyes, and a slight sway. Officer observed a brown bottle of alcoholic beverage under the passenger seat, open and half empty. SFSTs administered, HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 4 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. Defendant denied drinking anything, then claimed to have only consumed 1 beer. And DICs were read and breath was refused. Blood search warrant was obtained and executed.
Are you telling me that he's going through a construction zone at 105 miles an hour?
Hold up. Did you catch that? The judge is stunned. 105 miles per hour through a construction zone. Those are the narrow lanes with concrete barriers inches from your car. This isn't just speeding. This is potentially lethal behavior. And let's talk about those failed sobriety tests. He failed every single one. HGN test? Failed. Walk and turn? Failed. One leg stand? Failed. Plus, he lied about drinking, then changed his story to just 1 beer when there's literally an open container in his car. And refusing the breathalyzer? In Texas. That triggers an automatic blood warrant. This guy basically handed the prosecution a slam dunk case. The judge's reaction says it all. This is beyond reckless.
That's what I have here, Judge, per the dams.
Any prior DWIs? Mind checking? Or any kind of other reckless driving?
I don't see anything that has to do with driving on his record.
There's a lot of construction on the toll road. If you're going that fast, probably pass through it, rather
You're
quickly.
supposed to slow down at an extreme slow place when you're
I agree.
extremely slow pace when you're going through a construction zone.
I agree.
Mr. Leroy, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case, and I'm now taking away your privilege to drive. You're not allowed to drive at all. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You will be signing an affidavit with me, and I hope you take it seriously, because if not, you will be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. And I don't care what your excuse is. Mother Teresa needs a ride to church. You come down, we will have a hearing, and you're facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of dope, likewise, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Wow. The judge just dropped the hammer. License? Gone. And that Mother Teresa needs a ride to church line? That's the judge saying there are 0 exceptions. Drive for any reason, and it's 6 months in jail plus fines. But here's what's really brutal. Random drug and alcohol testing. 1 sip of beer at a barbecue? Jail. Get caught behind the wheel even once? That's potentially a year in jail because he's signing 2 affidavits. This judge isn't playing games. Leroy's life just got flipped upside down. No driving, no drinking, constant testing, and one mistake means prison. The consequences are hitting hard, and we're not done yet.
These are 2 different affidavits that you're going to be signing. So if I find that you drive, and I don't care what it's for, I will have 2 contempt hearings every time you drive. You have a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Aigle, and he will tell you when you have to come back to court. If he comes back to me and tells me he can't get a hold of you, you pick up a new case. You violate conditions, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we'll have you go.
Thanks.
So let's recap this insane case. Dwayne Leon Leroy went from racing at 105 miles per hour through construction zones to an open container to losing everything. No license, no alcohol, random drug tests, and facing potential jail time. And he even thinks about getting behind the wheel. The judge made it crystal clear, 1 violation, and it's straight to jail within those second chances. This case shows exactly why DWI laws are so strict. When you combine alcohol, excessive speed, and construction zones, you're literally gambling with people's lives. Leroy got lucky nobody died that night, but his freedom? That's gone for the foreseeable future. If this case shocked you as much as it shocked us, smash that like button. Drop a comment below. Do you think the punishment fits the crime? And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. We upload new cases every week that'll leave you speechless.